Hello and welcome back here at the auditorium at X-Dream Events. We have our demo days and this session is about live transcoding. I'm Stefan from xdreamgroup. Here with me in the auditorium is my colleague Simon.
Hello Stefan.
So let's jump right away into the topic. When we talk about live transcoding, we also talk about our partner Capella Systems from California, ex-colleagues of mine from older times, but also a very good partner for us for file-based transcoding and also live transcoding. In the session yesterday, we spoke quite extensively about the file transcoding. Today, we will focus on the live transcoding. The live transcoding farm is composed from different elements. One is about the managing of live transcodes, events, or even permanent streamings. And the other one is about the actual encoding step. The product that we are talking about is the broadcast manager for the orchestration and is the Cambria Live as the actual transcoding engine. Let's start top down, Simon, and let's look into things. Transcoding farm is managed via the so-called broadcast manager, as I just said. Can you please give us a brief overview on the broadcast manager?
Yes, of course. I have prepared it. So here we see Cambria Live Broadcast Manager, and on the top there's our program. So we can see there are expired program items and also one running. Mm-hmm. On the next page we can see the status of our machines. Two are online connected, one is standby, and an older one is shown as offline. So, in this case, we have no redundancy. Let's jump to monitoring. So here we can create notifications for our program if there happens anything, failures or what else. Our next tab is the output preview. So we have only one program at the moment, and here we can see the output preview.
Let's quickly stay for a moment with the actual management of the farm. I think that's one of the most important elements here, beside the actual scheduling. What are the functions that are available in the software to manage the transcoding farm?
Yes, we can make schedules. Mm-hmm. For the future, we can also, for example, add YouTube sessions directly to the YouTube portal. And we can also add breaks.
Mm-hmm. I think we will look in that a little bit later, but what I've meant is I think we have more than just one machine. Probably here at this diagram that I was sharing on my laptop here, we can see that as well. I think our farm here is composed from one farm manager and several nodes that are managed, so they run as one system altogether. And probably you can elaborate on this.
Let's jump back to the machine view. Mm-hmm. So here we have three Capella Live nodes connected to this broadcast manager. And if we schedule programs, then the programs would be assigned to one of these live nodes. So in our case, our only one program at the moment is assigned to our here named Live 3 node. And we can also get an overview of the instances, the encoding speed, so network speed, everything is green, so it's all good. CPU usage is also good. We have an overview of the memory usage, the IP addresses, uptime of the nodes, client version, and also the license expiration.
So as I can see, some of the machines are offline, one is standby, and two are online. What does that mean?
Yes, our old demo 5 machine is an older machine. We can see it behind in the row. So it's an old version 4.4, and actually we have version 1.7. And this machine is actually not connected. The standby machine that was my choice because on this machine we are actually running our Xstream event.
So better not to kill it, because
Yes.
everyone who is connected to us in live at that very moment is using a stream that we are streaming out from there.
Yes. So, and the other two machines are still connected.
Okay, so we can use them for experiments.
Yes.
Now let's look into the actual schedule. You've said, okay, we can schedule events, but what is the schedule based on? I assume, yeah, somehow you need to, how do
Yes.
you start something?
We have to prepare a schedule. So we can click on add, say general program, have to input a name, have to input start date, start time, end time, and also have to load a project file. This project file can be configured by Cambria Live, prepared, and then added to the schedule. So we have prepared one, so we got an info, and on the bottom we can see that we have a streaming target to YouTube and a source and capture here in RTP stream. So we click, no, I have to go.
Need to set a time that is in the future, not in the past.
We click, yes, the program name.
So as you can see, you cannot do much wrong. It will tell you what it likes you to do.
Yes. So now we have new schedule in our program. It's calculating, and we can yet now also see that this program item is assigned to our node live 2.
How does that assignment happen? Randomly?
Yes, most randomly, but it's also calculated how much can a node stream out.
Okay, so it does not happen that a machine is being overloaded.
No.
Okay, so that makes us to stream out to YouTube. That was fairly easy. But you've used this preset file. So how is such a preset? Oh, no, was it a preset? No, it was a project. How is such a project created?
A project is created with Cambria Live. So we can also have a look. So in this case, this is our live 1. And here we can see we are streaming our session now directly to YouTube and to 3 other destinations. And now we can add, no, we can save this configuration as a project, and that project file can be added as a program schedule.
So that very moment you've scheduled events, but what about I want to stream out a channel permanently all the time? So like I have 10 programs that I have typically on satellite. I want to stream that in addition on a CDN or on social media.
So I have added more projects.
Yeah, but so far you had an end and a start time. But when I want to go continuously?
Yes, I can set this, in this case, to unlimited duration.
Okay, that's fairly easy.
Yes.
Okay, we've started an event. We've prepared a preset to do so. What about monitoring the event? So how can someone check that he's still good in the stream out?
Yes, we can see it on the machine view, and we can also see the output preview.
That's us.
On the right bottom, there's the processing and also the delivering, and that's all green.
Cool. Now let's move on a little bit towards the monetization, because so far we have shown our audience how to spend money in investing into tools from us, software, potentially also hardware. But I think there are two important facts how I can monetize my content. And one of that is, certainly ad insertion. Sometimes I'm remembered that in projects we hear about the assumption that on a CDN there is the need to swap out content, and everyone trusts in there is a Scotty 35 trigger somewhere added upstream that we can utilize to do the actual content swap out. But here we are at the encoding point of view. So is there a trigger already set in the source, or is there a way to set it if there's no trigger in the source?
So we will see it. So I go back to our program, and here we have also our program running. And in this program item, there's also an ad tag insert. So I think we can't add it after it is scheduled. So I will show it with a new program item. First, what we need is to set up as target an TS stream, and then we can use this button, show ad break settings. And here we can add presets. So next, click add, give a name, click add. And now we can check this box. So we get a Scotty event. We can input an ID, click add. We can also add more than one, but for now it's enough. So, and here we can read double click. So I double clicked. We can add the duration, and here you can choose if you have more than one add preset. So in this case we have only one. We click OK and click yes. At this point I will stop here and go back to our program item, and here we can see how it works. So in this case, that's the actual running program. We can move to add break control, and now we can add inserts. So
that's the view for the operator to actually trigger of the ad insertions.
So in this case we can't see it because we have no TS stream. Yes, but that's the way we can go.
Okay, I see. Cool. Another way of monetizing content is, when we think about live, is to offer it as well as a catch-up TV or as a video on demand. So simply to propose it on a second channel. And there's an application that helps us to create the video on demand from the live streams, what is called a live edit. There's also a little bit of an overview graphic that we have prepared. It shows that you can have live edit clients connected to the actual live streaming machine. How does that work?
Yes, I think we have it here. First thing, what we need to do is to set up a file as target. So we created it here. So here we can see we have a TS container format with the output path. And then we have to set up, use this file as high resource for live edit. So we click OK, it's calculating, everything is green, everything is good. Next step is to go over to our system where Capella Live Editor is installed.
So that is a client to the
Yes,
server.
that is a client that can run standalone on every system. Here we have to set up where should the submission settings, so where should the segments be delivered. So in our case here, in our example, this IP is our live 2 node. We can make a connection test. Yes, it's successful. We have settings, so here is the default segment name. We will see it later. And now we have to open our shared project file. So this file is generated by Cambria Live. That's what we have done before. And now we click.
So that points the editor to the loop recording that you set up earlier.
So we choose this file, click on open, and now it's starting.
That's me.
Yes. I don't know.
Yeah, that was from our story that we did more than a year ago when we've been in Amsterdam, bringing our customers back to Amsterdam when no one has been able to do so. Anyhow, so looks like a timeline editing application.
Yes, here we can see the video is still growing. The time is moving on. And now what can we do? We can choose a segment. So we go in our timeline and click on that in. So that's our in point. And as next step, we click on that out. So we have set up a segment. And this segment, so we can quick play it, play the segment and add this segment to our queue. We can also add another segment. So try this and set this out and have another segment. And now we can submit the segment. Click on submit. It is removed here, but we can find it on another page. And now we go back to our live 2, and here it is ingested.
Okay. So you have sent it as a source back to the playout.
So now I can choose it, click on it, and say that's our preview, and say play. So in this case, there's no target configured, so we can nothing see on the right side.
Okay, so this brings us back as like a highlight to a live program. But what if I like to get a video on demand from it? Can I send it to a file transcoder as well?
Yes, that's also possible. So we can go back and choose in our configuration not Cambria Live, but FTC Remote.
Okay, and that queues the job to the file transcoder that we have shown in the last session. Great.
Yes, it's also working.
So I think we have shown the most important functionality from Cambria Live. We spoke about event encoding, about permanent program stream out, about ad insertion for monetization, and as well for the highlights as a replay or as a video on demand stream out. Thank you so much, Simon, for joining me here in this session, and thank you so much everyone who was watching us today. If you are interested, please make contact via our website x-dream.events or right away on xdreamgroup.com. Thank you so much, all the best, and bye-bye.
Bye.